Hello there, my fine geeky friends. This is Fog, or the Fat Old Geek if you prefer. And I need to start doing a little more elaborate videos. Uh, with graphics and clips and words on the screen, that kind of thing. And I am going to do that. I am working on that, slowly but surely. I've upgraded my camera. I've got a new microphone. See, I got a microphone right here. Uh, I've got new editing software, and hopefully the next day or two, I'm going to have, new lights and a green screen so I can start doing some stuff like that. But, like I said, I am going to do that. But, I do like doing these more kind of personable fireside chat, they used to say, kind of videos. And me and Rainey, like I've said in the previous video, when we got together and we decided to start doing videos, it was kind of going to be more of a conversational, like filming our hangouts, where we just sort of talk about, what we're doing and what we're into and things like that, and I really do like that format. I do like, the kind of, me and you, kind of thing. And, for what we do and the things that we enjoy, like I've said in previous videos, that we do get together and discuss it. We do get together and talk about things we like and don't like and whatnot. Just the technology has brought it so far now. That's kind of what I was thinking about earlier when I was writing stuff down for, I got my notebook and writing down ideas. I just kind of kept coming back to this concept of, well, YouTube itself. The little box you clicked on to hear me talk. And just what a neat concept. It really is. I know that it's, kind of become a very big, I watch a lot of YouTube. Lately, because I've been learning, the editing software and stuff. I've been watching a lot of tutorials, but even before I'll go work on a car, I'll go look and see if there's videos. How many bolts does this thing have in it? Where are they? I think I watch YouTube more than almost any other of the streaming. I have a couple streaming services, and I find myself watching, a lot of YouTube of various topics and various channels and things like that. Part of it is because you can have kind of a connection with a content creator, with a creator. Since a lot of it is a very, person talking or person doing, even though there's all kinds of other stuff out there. There's, like I said, not just tutorials, but there's history stuff and critique stuff and video game stuff, all these things kind of blending together. Back in ye olde times, even before me, you'd grab people and you'd do theater. You'd street theater if you couldn't make your way into a theater. And then with the advent of radio, people were able to broadcast out further. When you're doing a stage performance, people have to come see you. With radio, they were coming to you instead of you coming to them. But you still needed big elaborate studios and big broadcast towers, and it was very difficult to get into. Up until, the invention of shortwave and ham, where people were able to, have their own shows, their own stations. And as far as I know, I think that's actually still going, that's still a thing. I may have to do a video on that. Anyway. And then we had television and movies, obviously, or movies and television, actually. And again, more what you can do. Now it's not just voices, now it's images coming to your theater or coming into your own home. Especially for television, we used to run, 12, 14 hours a day with a great variety of stuff. Movies, talk shows, educational stuff, news, sports, weather, all that. Cable television opened it up, and people have had the means. Home movie cameras have been around since the 40s or 50s. film of people going to the beach or having a picnic or holidays or, what have you, school plays, that kind of thing. Then we got video cameras. There was even this interesting thing. I saw it on Siskel and Ebert of all places, where there were little video cameras basically, but they took cassette tapes, audio cassette tapes, to record onto. Yeah, the quality was kind of junk, but still, I think they were pretty decently priced too. Video cameras used to be really, really, really expensive, and originally you had to have a camera and then a recording unit. My parents actually had one of those until I broke the recorder. But don't say anything. Don't tell them. Uh, but again, you could film all this stuff, you could record all this stuff, but what could you do with it? I've actually known people who've done indie productions, movies, things like that, and then sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the funds run out, or there's some kind of issue, or there's just irrevocable mechanical problem. I actually knew a guy who produced a musical. Like, he sat down and wrote this musical, and they scored it and did the choreography and all the rehearsals, and he actually got it into a small theater. It ran, I think, 3-4 shows, but he did his own musical, and people came to see it. That was really cool. Definite achievement unlocked there. And I'm trying to remember. I'm racking my brains all night. When I first actually logged into YouTube, when I first clicked on it, I think it was either 2000 or at least in the early 2000s. And it was wild and much wilder and woolier back then, and a lot of things have come and gone in the intervening time. Not only just creators, but entire genres of stuff. Cultures rise, genres fall. Some things stay around, some things don't. And that's kind of the nature of it. But the fact that, and this to me is the really, really cool part, okay? And this does still happen, but you write a script, you write a screenplay, and you write a pilot, especially for TV, and you take it to the studios and you shop it around. There are people who just write pilots, by the way, who don't even write the shows if they get picked up. They just sell pilot, and they hire writers to write the rest of it. Let's say you write something, you got this idea you want to do, and you take it to a studio. And they say, hey, this is great. I love this. This is a really cool thing. Oh, yeah, we're going to buy this off you, kid. Here's some money. Okay, now get the heck out of here, because we got a screenwriter, and we got a producer, and a director, and casting people. And thanks, have a nice day. Go home, and you'll see it, when it airs. And a lot of people have complained that they've really lost control of, it's not exactly their intellectual property, but still, of their dream, their vision. And not just, for the closeness and connection. I realize that a content creator like myself can have a connection with their audience, because essentially you're watching me talk. Normally this would be a conversation, but it is a little one-sided, which is okay, because I do, like most content creators, I do love the sound of my own voice. But, so I'm trying to put it into words, because just the more I think about it, just the more just cool it is, that you can have a band, and yeah, you got your merch table, and you're selling. Well, in my day it was cassette singles, but now I guess it's CDs and DVDs. I've literally had people approach me in the mall. Hey, would you like to buy the single for my band? Not only can you have that, which is very traditional and still happens, of course, but you can get here and you can put your stuff up, and it can reach people all around the world. Just searching for whatever your genre of music is, and that's really cool. The people who do reviews and critiques, have the power to bring ideas, things you never heard of. That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to on this channel, is going out and learning about stuff, learning about people, things I'd never heard of, uh, and checking into it, seeing what it's about, and bringing it to you. By the way, if you have any ideas or suggestions for things you'd like me to look into or talk about, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below or on Twitter. We have a Twitter now. I'll put it in the description and on the channel header. Uh, and but the fact that a person, me, uh, can start off with just the phone and their camera. One of the first rigs I ever bought was actually a rig for holding a camera. And it came with a little tripod and a brace to hold the phone and a circle light, which I'm still using, and a shotgun mic, and it was a vlogger kit, I think what it was called. Didn't cost very much. And there are entire channels that run off that. I am trying to upgrade my act and bring in better things and more entertaining things because I enjoy doing it, and hopefully you enjoy watching it, and you'll enjoy it more if the quality goes up a little bit. I don't want to show you because my house is a little messy right now, but my ultra professional setup. I got a couple good tripods, but yeah, I got another cheap light back there behind the camera, and I've got stuff on TV trays and tables and stuff, but it's what you do, and and that's kind of all you need, and if you don't have a light, well then shoot in daylight. I shoot at night after everyone in my house has gone to bed, but just because it's easier for me to do it that way. But if it's just get some nice natural daylight going, or direct a lamp in your direction, or go to the hardware store and get one of those hanging shop lights and hang it up. And if you're so inclined to make videos, and if you ever thought about doing it, I go for it. Hardest part is just setting it up and pushing record and talking. But hey, the cool thing is, as I've now recorded this for the third or fourth time, if you screw up or mess up and your editing skills aren't that good yet, you can just start over. And hopefully my editing skills will be getting better, and I won't have to keep doing these long one-shot deals. But that's the thing, I can bring this to you, and you can watch it and you can see it, and hopefully you enjoy it, and because I enjoy it, I enjoy doing it, and that really is kind of the joy of something like YouTube, where reaching out to people, making stuff. I mean, if you're into animation or you're into music or you're just into art, you could just put up art, or conversely, you could do art for someone's channel. Any cool artists out there, hey, I did this thing. A lot of people will say, and this is actually a good thing, and I'm not trying to denigrate it in any way, but they're like, hey, go to Fiverr. You can find an editor, and you can find a person to take your thumbnail shots, and you can find someone to do the music, and so on and so on. And that's totally cool, and you can totally do that, and that is a way to do it. I personally would like to see more involvement of people in the fanospheres. If you know someone who's a cool artist or a cool musician, or maybe they're into video editing, or whatever, coming together to do stuff. It doesn't have to be a talking head like this. Maybe your friends want to get together and shoot a fan film, or a web series or something. But even if you don't want to do anything in the video range, I'd say in almost every video, to follow your dreams, follow your passion. It's hard to start doing. I know I took like 3, 4, or 5 years off of doing it. A guy gave me a great piece of advice a couple years ago, and he was a fighter at these various events and things. And he says, the hardest part is just stepping onto the field, getting in the cage, getting in the circle, whatever. That's the hard part, is just, getting out there and doing it. Once you're in, you just keep swinging. And that's actually a piece of advice I've taken a lot of places with me, very much so in this endeavor, or whatever it is. If you want to draw, but you're like, oh man, I don't know, get a pencil, a piece of paper. Check out a couple of tutorial videos here on YouTube. Um, you know, Start somewhere. Do the things you love to do. Uh, like I said in the escapism video, even if it's, I like reading, so read. You know, I hope that we can come together uh, as fans, as geeks, as nerds, whatever, geek culture, nerd culture. And, it would be really cool if we could start pulling together and pooling resources and coming up with amazing things. I have met so many amazing and creative people. It would just be so cool to watch stuff come together. And now that we have the kind of freedom to do it, the freedom to make the things that we want to make, like I said, whether it be art, or whether it be something, video is art, creating jewelry is art, but still, you get the idea. You know what I'm talking about. To get together and pool our resources and our skills, and the sky's the limit, as they said when I was a kid. The amazing stuff that we could do, and the platform that kind of allows us to do it. You put it out there, you advertise it, you pass it around, and people are into it. And who knows where it can go. We are not bound as much. People started doing tabletop gaming because they wanted to be part of the adventures they read about. There's some legal issues with doing certain things. I know. But we can create. We can do things. And we don't have to worry about a studio, taking our ideas and tearing them up and making them into something they weren't intended to be. We can do our own thing, as they used to say. What's your bag? And that, to me, is a really, not only just cool and awesome, but a very powerful thing. A very powerful thing for us to go from being passive and receiving our stuff to making our stuff. And the more we have of that, the more things that bring people together. We need more of that. The things that separate people, we need less of that. Less of that. We already got enough problems and tensions and stuff that gets in the way of having a good time. The end product should be fun. We're having fun. In life in general. And to use these platforms, to use these things to be creative, to be as awesome as we can be. Because we can be pretty damn awesome. We really can. I know you can. You can do really amazing things. And, even if it's a process, even if you've got to take it step by step by step, you've got to bring people together who have skills that you personally don't. We can. We totally can. And that's one of the reasons why I keep doing why I came back to this and why I continue to do it. And yeah, one of the reasons why I kind of like these fireside chat, hanging out with your buddy Fog, I'll have to get a non-branded, coffee cup so I can sit here and drink coffee, while I'm doing the thing. Anyway, I know I've been going on a while now. This is actually one, and of course, yeah, I'm going to do the plug of if you like this as much as I like doing it, or maybe even more, do me a favor. Yeah, I'm going to say, click the like and the subscribe. Oh, and people have been reminding me to click the bell notification button. So that way you received messages for when I do stuff. I am going to be updating Twitter when I put something out, and I'm going to try and drop videos every Monday. I'm really going to try and stick with that. So, please tune in. And I just want to say, like I always say, I am a semi-professional at this. I wholeheartedly encourage you to try this at home. Whatever your thing is, whatever your passion is, whatever your dream is, follow it. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. And I love all of you, individually and collectively. And I got to come up with some cool exit line. But, we'll see how that goes. So, until we do this again, I've been Fog.